this thing on? When's it on? Alright, so if we had the singles thing, matchmaking, like as a criteria for women, what would you suggest?
Where do I wouldn't know where I wouldn't know where to even.
Okay, if you had someone, me, because that's who it will be, matching you up. All right, like as a just generally, like, what are your do's and don'ts? What are your deal breakers? Should there be, like, I feel like with my father, anyone dating my father should have at least, 20 grand in the savings or something.
Kind of.
Or have had a steady, what is your work history? Like, where's your like?
Well,
or if you don't have 20 grand in the savings, you better have a kid in college or,
she can be, dang, she could be working at, I don't want to say to save a lot, but she could be, working. Like, she could just, as long as she has goals and ambition, you know what I'm saying? It is not about just a genuine, well, it's hard to come by these days, but just somebody that's genuine. That's not always out to try to, plot and scheme. You know what I mean? That always helps. Jesus.
Okay, so no plotting and scheming.
Nah, just if a lot of times they just have a personal agenda, you know what I mean? And as long as she don't have like a real bad agenda, you know what I mean, on what she's trying to do, she can be worked with. It's my belief. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I think you should have more criteria.
Thing. That's just a general thing. Like, she has to be like.
Like, I think there needs to be a cap on kids and baby fathers.
There is. I ain't gonna say there is no cap.
Or maybe not, but someone with four baby fathers should raise a few alarms.
Just not one of them Jones on Maury. It's like, I'm trying to find out who these.
But what if you meet a woman with 4 different kids by 4 different men?
I talked to a.
Here we go with the save-a-hoe shit. No.
I talked to a Joan that had 3 seats or whatever. It wasn't. That wasn't the main issue.
3 different men?
No, it's 2 different. At least 2 different. 3 different is like. See, that's the thing. Me, myself, I hate being judgmental.
Okay, it's not being judgmental. It's being...
like, if she got 3 different, then she... Well, obviously, she has...
She has problems making good decisions.
That needs to be addressed. Obviously, these issues need to be addressed, obviously. We can go back and forth about this all night long.
But it's not your place in life to fix this person. This is where you get caught up.
Well, I try to be as... It's that fair thing I was about. I try to be as fair as I possibly can on females.
But you have to be fair with yourself.
Well, can't always.
See, okay, so I'm starting to see what your problem is. You don't have a criteria.
It's somewhat of a criteria. It's just not strict and stringent, and it's not. Because
I don't think you really want the girl at Save-A-Lot. I think maybe you want the girl maybe at the front desk of where we are now, or.
I mean, she could work anywhere, but just as long as.
No, she can't.
Then why can't she?
Because you're a fucking Marine. Hello, you're like a martial arts master. You speak languages. You've been all over this world. Like, don't you want a girl to understand when you're talking? Don't you want her to be able to understand what you're saying?
I appreciate the kudos.
When you said, you're a catch. You're a total catch. But I think you have a thing for hood rats that you need to let go.